What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Creeper World 4. We're still making our way through the Farsite campaign here, and next up we have We Know Nothing. Let's jump right in. Now, taking a look at the objectives on this map, we've got activate 4 totems. The totems are right here, 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 and here. We've got collect an item. The item to collect is located right here on the map. And this is the natural base. Now, you see on this one, we kind of have some walls set up. And there is going to be a massive wave coming in and through the map. Now, the 2 generators that we need to nullify are going to be right over here and here on these little islands. So to start things off, let's go ahead and just put a base right here. We know that this wave is going to rush out and just hit us super, super hard. So let's get a little bit of our infrastructure set up. That way we're going to be able to deal with that initial wave. As a big aspect of surviving this one is going to be surviving the first few minutes, no doubt. So we'll go with just mortars spread all the way across here. Something like that, I think we'll get it done. And then we're also going to want to start off with some miners. Now, we do have, I think this is kind of a natural starting point as far as mining up the resources. Something like that. We're going to need to tower out to those guys as well. And that should be a good start. Let's go ahead and turn it to 2 times speed. And we'll unpause it and get things started here. And then this particular map, we get introduced to the greener mother crystal. Now, this is going to be harvesting of sorts, and we're going to want to get that harvested up. And then get a factory put down to transfer that into the materials that we can actually use. Let's go ahead and come right on over to this blueite here as well. And we will let it go. Now, here comes the wave. I'm kind of concerned of whether or not these mortars are going to be done building before that wave gets to us. Now, we do have 2 little reprieves. We got this wall here that is going to get overwhelmed super, super quick. You see it is already overwhelmed, and they're pushing through. It looks like our mortars still have a little ways to go, so hoping these guys get built up here in a timely manner. Now, we're going to need a factory down on this one to convert the resources that we gather here. And where do we want to pop that? Let's just throw the factory down. Let's just drop it right there. It's kind of out of the way. That should be just fine. It looks like we've got no problem there. Now let's go ahead and start to think about pure aggression and get some cannons built. So we'll have those ready to go as they come in. And remember, we do want to harvest out of that greener mother. So we're going to need a refinery. Now the refineries have pretty darn big range. So you just have to get the circle of the crystal inside of the refinery circle. We'll just slap one down, say, right there. And then, of course, we're going to need to tower over to it as well. Let's give it a couple of different routes and a little bit of redundancy. Now, we want to go ahead and extend the infrastructure out. We're going to be able to do something with those cannons pretty darn quick. In fact, I think I am going to just bring them right down in the center of these mortars as some additional support, kind of right at the wall here as the wave hits us. So we are going to need, we're going to need a little bit more. We're going to need more cannons for sure. Let's go ahead and just get a few more built out kind of in preparation. I think something like that should get it done, and just let these build for just a second. We see we're harvesting the crystal now, and then you see our refinery is converting all this stuff. Now, currently, we are using more than we're generating. We've got a bit of a deficit, so I think we need to get a little bit more mining action going on here. You know what, let's turn that one And then we'll kind of put a little bit of a wonky setup, but I think that is going to get a decent amount of resource there. Once again, let's get a little redundancy in and give those an option on coming out. No, you see we're generating about the same amount. Let's see what that ticks up to. We should end up being in a little better spot here as far as what we're generating versus what we're using. And that, of course, is going to lower our deficit. As soon as we get that up to in the green and a positive number, then we'll go ahead and push out a little bit further. Let's see, what do we want to do? We're storing a good amount here now. So let's go ahead and push on out, and that's also an indicator that we can probably build a few more defenses. But let's go ahead and get our infrastructure in place. You know, I didn't pylon out on this one, but I think I will just to be safe. Let's get a pylon right there, and we want to get over to these sides as quickly as possible, really. So let's see, where can we reach? Can we reach there with just a regular tower? Oh, we can. And that is going to be a huge help, because then we can start plugging away at this area off to the side over here. Now, we want to do the same thing here, but we've got a little bit of a stretch to get to. Now, we're going to get that free, the free shield as soon as we get out to this totem, but we've got a mess we need to pound our way through before we get to that point. And I think right now I'm just going to kind of inch out some of these cannons and then get ready for maybe a large moving of the mortars. Let's bring our infrastructure out and across a little bit further. Man, that's a sketchy spot right there. That's not fantastic, but I think it will get it done. And let's see, on these mortars, what do we want to do? Well, let's bring the cannons out just a little bit further. We've got one more cannon tucked in over here. We can drop it, say, right there. Now, there's a good chance that cannon might get wrecked. Now, I could bring these mortars right out right now, but the thing I'm worried about is I think I'll lose at least one or two of them in the transition bringing them out. Oh, I actually lost that cannon. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring the mortars out. Well, some of them just barely got inched up in that move, and I may lose a mortar here. We'll see. That should start chunking away into that area pretty quick. Yeah, I lost one mortar. That's not the end of the world, though. I think I'll be okay with that. And is that going to allow me to bring some more out? I really want the mortars out here a little bit further, kind of clearing larger packs of the creep as we work our way out here. Now, we've got all of these cannons in the back that aren't doing anything right at the moment. Let's see. Oh, we're actually clear over here. Holy crap. That went a little bit smoother than I expected to on that side. So let's go ahead and bring that infrastructure out. Let's nullify this particular enemy. And then, you know what? There is a home for those two mortars that were in the back not doing anything. So we'll just let those start plowing away into the side over here. Now, we've got to get this area clear, and it's really pushing. You see, we've got some serious sketchiness going on here. We need to push out into that a little bit further. In fact, I think I want to just risk it and dump a few cannons here. Alright, we got that one objective cleared, which that's good stuff. These cannons are going to definitely start putting the hurt on a little. And let's get over to this other objective. Now, are we going to be able to reach it? Oh, we are. I did not expect to be able to reach over there. I was thinking I was going to need to pylon it. But we can go with a mortar there and a mortar there and then stretch across to this little island as well. And that is really going to help us out. I think we're going to be able to push right out. Now, once we get this nullified, then it's basically GG's. It's just stomp your way through and clear up the rest of the creep that's available. So I think why don't we just prepare for that? We've got tons and tons of energy stored. Let's go ahead and put just another big string of cannons here. We'll let those get crafted. Yeah, these mortars are going to clear this creep out pretty quick, I think. They're actually doing a really good job of it already. They're just melting through it like it's nothing. So that is awesome stuff. These cannons are ready for the march. Well, I mean, let's start marching, right? We're going to be able to tower right over to this area. There we go. We'll throw one of these cannons over here just to kind of help clear that the rest of that creep out that was there in the back. And I think this is going to get us right out to our objective. But we're going to be able to go ahead and nullify this enemy. And like I said, that basically makes the map kind of good game, as I think we're going to be able to clear the rest of the creep out and get to the rest of these remaining objectives fairly easily. Let's go ahead and stretch our infrastructure out one more node here. Want to make sure we got plenty of redundancy in the connections. That one is actually a little bit sketchy right there, yeah. Alright, we've got this other one nullified as well. Now that is going to greatly decrease the amount of creep flowing in, and we should be able to just start marching right through it without any issues. But let's see, let's bring these cannons up to, say, here, and let them push it back. Let's just bring all this stuff over here up and let those push back as well. Now that's going to be a whole lot of clearing going on, and here we are right out to our very first objective. We got plenty of Liftic created and ready to go. That was the point of farming up that Greener Mother. We've got our shield there, so we're GG's there as well. Let's expand our infrastructure out inside of the shield and then get these cannons moved up where they can start clearing some more. Now you see the creep is thinning out quite heavily, in fact, so getting these two sub-objectives down basically turned that into GG's, so we can just stomp right through it all. So let's just go ahead and do that and get this map completed. We've got a couple of sketchy spots. Let's bring those cannons up. We've got all these cannons. Let's bring those up and let them start clearing. That one's not doing anything anymore, so I might as well just bring it over. Oh, and we are actually there, so yeah. Let's just continue to press forward. We'll move one cannon there. Every time we drop a new cannon, of course, we're just clearing. This map is a win now. No doubt. So we can go right up to the wall. Let's just bring a group of those up to clear that remaining creep that's right along this protective wall here. And then we'll definitely be able to get to these three objectives. Actually, we're going to be able to get them all right here. So we'll continue to tower on out. And I think that is going to get everything. So now we just need to let the Liftic flow in to these totems, and then we're going to be set. So I could have ran the pylons out. It would make the stuff get here a little bit quicker, but the towers are quick building. They don't have the range or the flow of the pylons, but they are very, very fast to build, and it makes it easy to stretch our ways out here. We've got one more totem to activate here, but the Liftic is starting to flow. Yeah, there we go. Now it's coming, now that last tower is built. And this will complete this map. Now, as we go on, each map is going to introduce something else, and that's kind of awesome. We're going to get an amazing amount of new stuff as we progress through the rest of this campaign. But that is a look at We Know Nothing in Creeper World 4. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.